Good morning, everyone. Jazz Boganzo here. Another What's Next. My oh my, what 48 hours will bring you. You have now, turns out, that a memorandum sent out by the FBI states that, well, instead of going after real terrorists, MS-13 at the border, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, real domestic threats to our society. No. We're going to go after the parents. Yes, we're going to go after the parents, those dastardly parents who dare to stand up to school boards and say, hey, how about teaching my kids real things instead of bullshit? Let's go to the video, or should I say to the article. This comes out of Breitbart. Attorney General Merrick Garland sics FBI on anti-CRT parents. Yes, for those who are not familiar with CRT, CRT is critical racist theory, bullshit theory made up by clowns. Days after a national organization representing a school board, yes, they cried, officials lamented to the Biden administration about, quote, hate groups intimidating education officials, Attorney General Merrick Garland has directed the FBI to combat, quote, threats of violence against administrators. No, parents voicing their concerns. Without citing specific cases, because of course they don't have any, in a memorandum issued on Monday, Merrick Garland expressed concerns about a disturbing spike in harassment, intimidation, and threats of violence against school administrators, board members, teachers, staff who participate in vital work of running our nation's garbage public schools. Quote, while spirited debate about policy matter is protected under our Constitution, that protection does not extend to threats of violence or efforts to intimidate individuals based on their views. Gee, where have we not heard that before or seen that before? Quote, threats against public servants are not only illegal, they run counter to our nation's core values, he added. Those who dedicate their time and energy to ensuring that our children receive a proper, education in a safe environment, not really, deserve to be able to do their work without fear for their safety. Noting that the Department of Justice, injustice at this point, takes such incidences of alleged harassment seriously, Garland announced his 30-day plan to combat that reported problem. Yes, you dastardly parents. Which will include the FBI working with U.S. attorneys across the country to discuss, quote, strategies for addressing threats against school administrators, board members, staff, yada, yada, yada. And this is the response. Coordination and partnership with local law enforcement is critical to implementing the measures of benefits for the benefits of our nation's nearly 14,000 public school districts. Wow. To this end, I am directing the FBI work with U.S. state attorneys, to convey meetings with federal, state, and local, tribal, and territorial leaders in each federal district within 30 days of issuance. This memorandum, it goes on nonsense. The department is steadfast in its commitment to protect all people of the United States from violence, threats of violence, and other forms of intimidation or harassment. You white supremes, we're coming after you. In a press release, the DOJ further explained that it will assist in creating, quote, specialized training and guidance indoctrination for local school boards and school administrators that will help officials understand the type of behavior that constitutes threats of white supremes, how to report threatening conduct to appropriate law enforcement agencies, how dare you, and how to capture the preserved evidence of threatening conduct, parents voicing concern, to aid in an investigation and prosecution of these crimes. The DOJ also directed school officials to report threats to the FBI National Threat Operations Center. Yes, vital in its national tip line and online through the FBI website. The memorandum arrived less than a week after leaders of national school boards whined and cried and panties bunching, pearls clutching, and cried. Did I say cried? Yes, I did. Joe Biden, a letter claiming that many public school officials also are facing physical threats because of propaganda purporting the false inclusion of critical race theory within classroom instructions and curricula. Really? Yeah. Ballsy. This propaganda continues despite the fact that critical racist theory is not taught in public schools and remains a complex law school and graduate school subject well beyond the scope of K through 12. The letter emphasized bullshit. Conservative commentators fear that DOJ has directed FBI to silence parents protesting against critical racist theory and extreme anti-corona measures such as diaper-wearing mask mandates. The Biden administration is rapidly purporting federal law enforcement to target political opposition. They want to reclassify dissent as disinformation and domestic terrorism, justifying unprecedented intervention both directly and in partnership with tech companies. Chris Rufo, who I respect because the guy's ballsy and he's got facts. We must forcefully push back against suppression of our basic rights and criminalization of our politics. Biden administration will apply the J6 strategy to every expression of conservative speech and assembly. Also, Christopher Rufo, excuse me. There will be likely no DOJ investigation of this, which Virginia school board members plan to infiltrate docs, hacks parents groups who oppose CRT. But the DOJ will label those parents as domestic terrorists. The woke have 2 rulebooks. James Lindsay. Things that are triggered in an FBI investigation. Parents yelling at school boards. Things that didn't trigger the FBI investigation. Rampant sex abuse in the national governing body of gymnastics. False flag muggings. Garage pull ropes visiting D.C. in January. Spirited parents, teachers' conferences. Don't worry, America. The FBI is on the job. My thoughts. This is absolute bullshit to the nth degree. So because the Dementia administration is so butthurt, because A.G. Garland is so butthurt, because teachers, unions, school board members are so butthurt, panties bunching, pearls clutching. How dare you, parents? How dare you, parents, talk back to us and say that you have any say in how your children should be taught? Really? Really? No. When you drop your kids off to us for 8-9 hours a day, we will indoctrinate your children. I'm sorry, teach your children the way they should be indoctrinated or taught. You have nothing to say. Sit there, pay your taxes, go to work, shut your mouth, and do what you're told. But parents are like, no. That's not how it works. You're not going to indoctrinate our children by ramming critical racist theory, trash, 1619, trash, identity politic, trash, pretend gender, trash down our children's throats. We are not going to stand for it. And parents across the country, Loudoun County, Virginia, the epicenter of this. Parents have had enough. And now, because you have school board members crying, they cried all the way to the Dementia administration, that now you're going to use the FBI, which you could be using, I don't know, against illegals and drug running coming across the border. I don't know, against real terrorist threats like Antifa and Black Lives Matter. Instead of going after them, you're going to go after innocent mom and dads, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, doesn't matter, who are voicing their concerns, who are angry about how their kids are being taught in their schools because they're not being taught correctly, properly. They're graduating dummies out of school right now. And the coof, however you want to throw it out there, has been a detriment to our kids' education. They've become dumber because of the forced lockdowns. They become dumber because of these mask mandates, as we all know, these wonderful masks that protect so well. What's Lord Farquhar saying now? What is it? 3 masks, 5 masks, 20 masks? Cancel Christmas? That bullshit. Parents, continue to fight. Continue to fight for your children. Continue to fight and stand up for your rights under the Constitution, because the Constitution has your back. These assholes in this administration and assholes who are governing states, Democratic states, are not protecting you. They have no interest in protecting you. They don't give two F's about you. Pay your taxes and shut the F up. That's it. That's all they care about. The second you say, hey, my kids need to be taught A, B, and C, now we have a problem. Now you parents must be shut down. Excuse me, voice crack there. Wow, Peter Brady. But that's just me. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a thing. And sadly, more trash like this is going to be spewed on the American public. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.